So my magical challenge in the domagick.com self-transformation challenges, I have to be honest, I've had a few years, or a couple of situations which I'm not going to talk about in a public vlog, really kind of have gotten under my skin. And I feel like I've been stuck in not just a spiritual sense, but in some life aspects too. And I own those parts of myself that are causing this problem. So I'm eating my dog food here. I'm eating the dog food of, if you want something to change in your life, change you. And the mantra I'm using, which is Om, Hrim, Shrim, Klim, and Ya, Kali, Ka, Param, Esh, Wa, Ri, Swaha. That'll be in the notes. It's a mantra specifically where you're asking for Kali, the Dark Mother, eternity, time, this primordial force, to force you to the quickest route of spiritual advancement possible, and offer the negative traits of your ego up in exchange. I'm recording this after having done the first set with Kali, and I have to say that's probably true. It brought a lot of stuff to the surface right from the bat. That mantra is the quickest route to spiritual advancement. Now, my personal belief, it's totally my personal belief as a magician, is that when you have a spiritual alchemy process, your life will improve. It may get worse at first, but it will improve. There'll be drastic changes. And I can't see where those changes are going to come from, but I'm ready and willing to make those kind of drastic changes to move situations forward. Some of those situations are external, which when you do mala work, it doesn't necessarily mean that, it doesn't mean at all that you're going to necessarily just affect your internal state. So there's a few things I have to say about the mala work. Before I start the mala work, what I usually do is two things. I do a chakra meditation. I've given that away for free. It's on my blog. I will post it in here, where you basically use the seed crystals. Like I could show you. It's like Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om, and Om. And each chakra, and you spin them as fast as you can, basically, till you spin away all the impurities, so you can have that Kundalini energy flowing up your whole spine. And when you're doing the mantra work, like the Om, Hrim, Shrim, Klim, you want to basically not just say the words. That's not the way I'm doing the mantra work. It's almost like you want to feel, when you do the mantra, it pulses up through your spine, like almost like your Kundalini pulses up through your spine, hits your head, and your whole body just rings like a bell. So it's like, I'll do it one time for everyone. Om Shrim. Oh, I did it wrong. See? That's what editing for. Om Rim Shrim Gling Anya Kalika Param Eshwara Shwaha. That's a long mantra. But at the same time, you're condensing the energy up, and it's like your whole body rings out the mantra, like as if it's exploding from you. Like, and that takes some effort. That takes some time to practice the mantra. That's why I'm doing like 40 days before I go into, if you look at the notes, before I do a full Homa, that's showtime. The Homa is showtime. Some of these things include my health that I want to improve. That's on everyone's list. Financial stuff, all this kind of stuff. But I know I'm getting in the way of myself because I let too much garbage get in my head. And although I'm generally a nice guy, I have some bitterness issues that I honestly need to get rid of. Negative ego issues, because when you have pain issues, everyone gets that, and that's part of what I'm trying to get away with. So my whole challenge will involve doing some qigong in the beginning of the day, just to stabilize the energies that are going on. That may or may not be able to continue. I mean, today I already saw that when I did the Kali work, I am too energy burnt to actually do that. At that point, then I'll try to do the mantra work until possession, or at least a deep invocation. And I will be doing this for 40 plus days until I go to the point that I'll end on a full Homa. All those notes I actually produced, the Homa is going to be there. I might record the Homa. I might live stream the Homa and just do it. The Homa is a way that you can amplify the power of any mantra you do by tenfold by just using the fire to loop it through. And it's a little complicated of a ritual, but I give a simplified Homa on the website. Now, in full credit, the Vedic astrologer, he basically taught me that ritual, and when I told him that I was dreaming about this ritual, I couldn't just put together all the details. Coconut generally works well, so it's a full ritual with fire that you empower the mantra. When you do 10,000 of these mantras in the fire, tenfold is about 100,000, at which point you should be able to make major changes. That's why I say when I'm live streaming if I live stream the Homa, it's not quite as exciting, but if you sit down and watch it, you'll trip. Because when I've done this, people will trip. They will start tripping if they just connect in. Now, if you don't know who Kali is this primordial, almost pure chaotic force of darkness. But she's also the force of Shakti in the universe, which is life force and raw power. And on her negative side, she's destructive, where she destroys the demons of ignorance, of which, like I said, I'm owning that the bitterness, and some of that bitterness comes from, like, you get the 1-star reviews on Amazon, they really hurt. But some of that comes from the bitterness of just, painful life experiences. And that bitterness clouds your judgment, and I want to get rid of all that. I want to be able to meaning in a way that it carries me spiritually forward. Everyone knows that I was initiated and as a voodoo priest, and sometimes I do a lot of Hindu work because it really works on the internal. But like I said, no one should think that it won't necessarily clear up external things. So when you do 40 plus days, what I've actually seen in this kind of work, and you pull the mantra up and vibrate it out at the same time, is that the results come slower than voodoo work. And that's a good thing sometimes, because it gives you time to adapt, to keep going, to change yourself, to basically adjust. Voodoo work, you ask for something, you get it like that right away. And that is good. If your back's against the wall, it's for self changes is a little rough. So I like to use the Hindu stuff to kind of make the changes that I need. Although I have to say, after day one, even though this is the precursor video, I don't think Kali works in such a nice, gentle way at all. I don't understand where people think this is a gentle goddess. This was overwhelmingly powerful goddess in my experience. And that's a good thing. It's exactly what I need, and exactly the kind of layers of the onion that I'm trying to peel away so I can grow again. And I can grow with all of you. And that means more books and products and stuff that I can share with all of you and help you. So that's why, that's the rough estimate of what I'm actually doing with this. And I hope you'll join me. Every day I'll be posting a vlog of what went on, how well it went, what happened. I already posted the first vlog, and I'm recording this precursor to the vlog. So again, to just go over the technique, it's really simple. For the first 40 days, it's just mantra work, using the syllables repetitively at least 108 times for each chakra. So that's the root chakra is Lam. The sacral chakra is Lam. Then it's Ram, Yam, Hom, Om, Om, and you just do 108 each time. Really spinning the chakras so that way you can spin on an activity until you can hit the energy flow, and then you hit the mantra running. Now, I always do offering mantras to Ganesh right from the start, just so things go well, because I consider Ganesh like a spiritual guru for myself. So I do the mantra work with Ganesh to just make sure I learn the right things and I get guided in the right way. If you want to join me in this kind of work too, feel free, and we can talk about it. But I suggest you go to domagick.com or go to domagick Facebook group to see what people are doing, because it'd be profoundly great experience. See you on the boards.